going to make a video documentary about this cat because she came in really, really shy. Let me move all these supplies out of my way. Probably should have done this before I started the video. This cat is named Sophie, and Sophie is a big old cat. She is a tortoiseshell and 4 years old, and they want to send her to foster for Fearful Shy. She's not really eating much, so when you walk up to her cage, she hisses and growls, and she has a blanket on the front of her cage for privacy. So I want to try to work with her and document her progress to see how much this will really help her. So first thing I do is, part of the behavior team is I'll look at her file and see how she was in a previous home, which most of you won't have to do, but I just want to let you know what was on my side before I make the decision to put this cat into the training program. So this cat was kept by a person, and she's moving out of the country, so that's why Sophie needed to come here. The person tried to rehome Sophie, and Sophie did not do well in that home. It was a small apartment, she said, and said that she was, growling in the other house and things like that. So she took her back. But her notes say that it's a wonderful lap cat, good with kids, good with dogs, good with cats, things like that. So from this information, we know that she is not good with change, which a lot of cats are not good with change. So I'm not sure, I don't think she got her exam done, but I'm not sure how she was for that. But cats have 3 behaviors that they will do when they're shy. They will either fight, flight, or freeze. Most of the time when cats are really, really scared in exam, they'll just sit there and not do anything. Other than that, they might try to run, or they might try to hiss, swat, bite, things like that. That's because they're scared. That's not always because they're aggressive. So hissing is a distancing behavior. So that's not always aggressive. It's just telling you, please back away. If you do not back away, they will escalate to hissing, growling, swatting, biting. If hissing and growling don't work for the cat, if they have been here a few days, hissing, growling, people still go in, still mess with the cat says, well, this isn't working, so I'm going to scratch now, instead of hissing and growling first. So when you go into the cage, the cat all of a sudden just swats and doesn't give you any hissing or growling behaviors. So always take what the cat is trying to tell you seriously, and don't, push the cat to that level, because you don't want the cat to stop hissing and growling, because that's a good indicator that the cat's not happy and she's not actually swatting or biting you. So you want to just watch that, and if they hiss or growl or anything like that, you don't want to push them to the next step, because you don't want them skipping steps and going straight to biting people, because that's not really good, and that's hard to help a lot of the time. So with her, since I'm not able to handle her, usually I'll be able to, reach in and pet Fearful Shy cats, and they'll sort of rub against me or come out a little and, see what I'm doing, or give me some slow blinks. I like seeing slow blinks. But this cat, I cannot touch, and she's very unhappy, and she's stressed, so therefore she's not eating that much. So I'm going to see what we can do. Like I said, I'm going to document the process day by day that I train her, so hopefully we'll see some progress. With her, I am not going to, it depends on each cat where you start. So with her, I'm not going to start with this. I'm not going to stick this in her face and get her to touch it with her nose. Because what is she going to do when I stick it in there? She's going to just smack it. And then she's going to probably run and hide, or, try to swat or bite me, something. So I don't want to start out with this with her. With her, I would use something like, if she looks at me, eye contact. Always a good thing to start with a Fearful Shy cat. Eye contact, click, deliver the treat. Eye contact again, click, deliver the treat. But you always have to see which treats the cat likes. And like I said, they're really picky when it comes to treats, and if they're stressed, they're not going to eat. So it might take a while to figure out what she likes to eat. And once we find what she likes to eat, then we will be able to train her. And if we can't find what she likes to eat, then we're not going to be able to train her because she's too stressed to train. So hopefully we can get her to the point where she starts eating and she can focus for training. Usually I will, well, for the Jackson Galaxy training program, we would only feed cats in the PM because we noticed if the cats had food all day, they wouldn't be as excited for training, they wouldn't eat, things like that. So with her, I'm going to make her a sign. She's had food today already, so I'm going to put the sign up for tomorrow to feed her only in the PM, so she'll be hungry and not starving, but hungry and hopefully ready to train, and hopefully we can make her see that the presence of a person brings good things like food. The reason why we use a clicker, and we use this click to mark her behavior, and it's like taking a picture. So if you're taking a picture, you take it right where you want that shot to be, what you want the picture to look like, right? So if she's giving you eye contact, you're pretending like you have a camera and you're clicking when you see what you want to take a picture of. So if I go up there, she gives me eye contact, I would click right when she gives that eye contact. This will tell her that what she's doing is making this click and it's giving her good food. So she's going to catch on to that pretty quick if she's open to training, if she's eating, things like that. So we're going to hopefully get her to do some eye contact, but first I have to find out if she's eating, and that might be day one, just finding out what treat she wants to eat or if she eats at all. And delivering the treat is going to be interesting with her since I don't know if I can open the cage. We will see that when we go over there. But you kind of have to be creative with how you give the treats sometimes. You might have to like toss some dry treats in and see if she'll eat. I'm probably going to use the spoon for her to start. So I can either stick it through the bars, maybe, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, or if I can open the cage without her coming forward, give her some, like, hopefully she won't swat at me. But if I do need it to be longer, I could tape a dowel rod or something to make it longer. So you kind of got to get creative sometimes, but we will see what we can do with her eye contact. After eye contact, we're going to try to get her to move forward. We're going to try to get her to get some positive behaviors and things like that to try to get her ready for adoption. Because if she keeps seeing us come up to her cage and all we're doing is taking all her stuff out and rumbling and making noise and things like that, she's going to associate me coming to the cage with a negative thing. And it's going to be a scary thing. If she sees me come up with a bunch of treats and a clicker and she knows she's going to get awesome food that she doesn't get anytime else, she's going to be happy when we come up to the cage. So that's good for adopters. And when she's in the cat room, she will come up to the cage because she'll associate people with good things like food. And you won't always have to give her the food and things like that. She'll just automatically come forward after a while and you won't have to use the food because she'll associate people with good things, because we're bringing her awesome food. So we're gonna try to see what she does today. So that will be my next video.